There is Anthony Davidson. Yes, he can't hide the smiles, talking with Mark Genet. He missed the golden opportunity. He missed his window to be a Formula One driver as far as a full-time Formula One driver. He had time with Super Aguri. He had many test periods. In fact, even last year, he was a test driver, even though the test conditions have changed so dramatically with Brawn GP that went on to become the world champion. So he has driven with a lot of good teams. He's very well respected in the Formula One world, not only for his analysis, but for what he can do inside the cockpit. That window, that opportunity was closed. Now another brilliant one has opened for this young British driver.
He's a really likeable young man. I haven't spent much time with him in the past. Bumped into him a couple of times over the years, but just really loves his racing, and he's probably got to the point now. He's been relaxed a little bit, knowing that maybe his Formula One days are over, and he's found a new career here in sports cars. And all of the team, we spoke to Bourdais about how is Anthony doing. He's got the least amount of miles. He said, boy, forget about it. He's just immediately up to the speed of everyone else on this squad. So he settled in very nicely, and that was one of the keys here. A lot of people questioned why Frank Montagny and Stefan Sarazan aren't here this weekend, and I think the management there just said we want to give all of our drivers equal drive time, and they certainly have a lot of confidence in Frank and Stefan that even if they miss the 12-hour here, they'd be in great shape going into Le Mans. Meanwhile, give all of the other boys a good run.
Calvin, these cars are so sophisticated nowadays. And we're talking about, the Formula One cars. Well, these are not far from that with full bodies. I mean, to step into this sports car category like this, I can see where it would be. He could be very comfortable very quickly.
Yeah, I mean, and we spoke to Alexander Wirtz yesterday, and we talked about what a nice young man he is, but we said, how were you able to, succeed for so long in Formula One? He said he really found a niche there in terms of his testing and development ability. He said, he spent many years with McLaren and various teams just in the test role. And he really felt at a certain point in his career it may have hurt his chances of really winning a lot of Grand Prix because he was locked into that testing role, but it certainly has served him well in terms of his career, and he's earned a fair amount of money over the years. You'd have to assume the salaries even to the test drivers over there is quite extreme. So he's very happy in life, and now he's got a second chance to go out and win some races. 5
years as a test driver at McLaren Mercedes was nothing to be sneezed at. 1:15 to go. An amazing performance from the Peugeot organisation. Peugeot as a manufacturer has never even had a class victory here at the 12 Hours of Sebring, let alone an overall victory. This has been an amazing performance. An amazing performance, and these guys are crossing everything. Let's just hang in there. One more lap around Sebring, and we've got it.
He's got a nice margin over the second place car of some 13 seconds, just shy of that 12.9 right now, so he'll certainly know that. The team will be indicating he doesn't have to take any chances here, Dorsey. This is the perfect scenario.
Nope, he'll be just on cruise control right now. Bring it on back one more time. Easy on the gearbox. Don't worry about revving it all the way to its max. Doesn't need to go there.
Well, do you remember the rain-shortened Petit Le Mans at Road Atlanta late last year? When the race was called due to the horrendous weather, it was Peugeot 1-2. It was Peugeot 1-2 at the 24 Hours of Le Mans. And it's going to be Peugeot 1-2 here at Sebring.
Big question mark is what will we see in June? I mean, we have to think that Audi will have got their sums right. They will have worked hard on the R15. It's now called the R15 Plus. It was running down in Homestead, Florida just this week, doing some high-speed runs around the oval. They'll be here Monday, Tuesday. First real in-anger laps on a full road circuit, so that will really be the test. I'm sure they will get an immediate feel, those drivers, as to whether they're in the ballpark. Does the car have the right feel? I'd have to say with the R15, even when they went to Le Mans, they really didn't feel that the car had the right balance, and then they really thwarted with bad weather throughout the course of their testing and the lead-up days to the Le Mans race. They went in there with not really strong race cars.
The Audi fans will say this is a hollow victory because Peugeot did it without Audi here. The French team will say it doesn't matter because the Lion has roared at Sebring. Peugeot win for the very first time at the Mobil 1 12 Hours of Sebring. Sensational performance. two of the three guys who did it at Le Mans do it at Sebring, and Anthony Davidson gets his very first 12-hour victory here in Florida.
You could see how pumped up he was on that pit wall, just screaming.
The 62 Ricci Ferrari continues a very special chapter in endurance sports car racing. This makes it 6 consecutive, starting back at Le Mans 2 years ago, Petit Le Mans, Sebring, another 24 hours of Le Mans, another Petit Le Mans, and now, just for good measure, let's add another 12 hours of Sebring. This team from Texas know how to do it right with this Ferrari 430.
A little bit different finish to the one we saw a couple of years ago too. He doesn't have to barge with Jörg Bergmeister to the line.
It's Bruni, it's Mello, it's Kaffa. A successful trio, and Giuseppe Ricci's boys have done it again. And Scott Tucker's Level 5 Motorsports
Sebring winner. Way to go, everyone. Way to go.
Win on debut in this first race for this new class, the LMPC, along with Christophe Bouchou and young Mark Wilkins. And in P2, it will be this car flexing some muscle. The Porsche RS Spider, and Greg Pickett's crew will go all the way to the top of the podium with Klaus Graf and Sascha Massen.
Was awesome race. Very tough because we were just fighting all the way to the line. So I'm pretty tired now, but awesome race. Good for Bouchou. Good season preparation.
Congratulations.